Hi guys, good morning everybody. It's going to start, I think. It's not started yet. Piscillian, good morning. I would say today is new day of year 2026. This is calendar year, Gregorian calendar year, and I'm happy that it has come today. However, it doesn't matter because life continues. 01/01/2026 is today, and best wishes to everybody whoever watches this video, because this is start day of 2026. So you can say year 26 of century, 26 over 100 year. This is 2 and 6 number. My best wishes to everyone all over world. All people, they should enjoy this year mentally and materially. I'm just telling you something about this year because the 26, 2 number stands for material, 6 number stands for mind, which means constructive activity, tensile activity, and of course romantic activity by adjudication and process and work and etc. etc. So be careful this year. Mind is most important everywhere in this year. This is my supposition based on soul, and I would like to say that this is something good for everybody. I'm just trying to tell you about soul of this year. Gregorian calendar, this is called. Maybe people call it English, but this is not English. This is a Gregorian calendar. There are so many other calendars all over the world. I'm just giving you a brief about this because I have to go to talk about India town. It is just because today is the day, and I would say you all enjoy this year all over the world. 2026 is very good number. In fact, 20 has nothing to do with that, but 26, I'm just telling meaning of 2 plus 6 equal to 8, and this year means result is system, but 6 is important here because 6 has got many positive. 6 number of mind, brain, and you can say your brain is linked to whom? Your brain is linked to satellites of soul. I'm not talking television or electronic satellites, I'm talking of that. So enjoy this year in a way that you should not get tension, but tensions will be there. There will be so many issues. This year 5 has gone already. 5 was controls, whatever could be made have been made and destroyed actually. So whatever it is, I'm saying congratulations everyone that you are entering in number 6 and 2. 2 is already there for a whole decade, but 6 is very important number here. Number of mind here, this is mind here, and 6 is number of mind. People may say it's number of Venus. I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned that I'm talking जो बात कर रहा हूँ आपसे आत्मा के नंबरों की बात कर रहा हूँ. मैं किसी और नंबर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. कोई न्यूमरोलॉजी नहीं है, कोई ज्योतिष नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. अपने माइंड को ताज़ा कर सकते हैं आप इस वर्ष में, क्योंकि अगला साल 7 का बेस होगा और वो एक अलग चीज़ होगी. अब हम चलते हैं अपने इंडिया टाउन पर. I'm just trying to tell you why I'm talking. This is number 2 of this series, and that's India town. I'm going to give a few more videos in this because it's very important. I'm working on this. I've been working on this kind of work, which is very, very significant for whole entire world. Though it's going to be based in India, Bharat, but it contains so many issues, so many things which relate to whole world. I'm not going to say that I'm going to place something very significant, but it's entirely different because architecture is not that one which people talk of. It is structure that is most important in these buildings. Structure. Buildings will be there around, you can say, around 1,000 or more. Major buildings will be say 600, and then other buildings, facilities buildings, and all of the buildings, supporting buildings. This will be all RCC structures, no structures in except that in some staircases or somewhere else, or in some specific sheds. If there's no, there may be houses also around this, means which you can say houses, plotted houses. So my approach is that people should get quality of work. That is my most important. So far I have seen that quality does not exist anywhere in our country. You can see, you may say I'm criticizing this, but it's not criticism. I'm an engineer, I know what's quality, and quality is very important. You are spending money, you spend money for millions and millions of crores, and if you don't get quality, this is your mistake, because you just want to sell house after buying. That is different approach. Generally people say I want to invest money in this, and because this is going to work for me, I will sell it later on. That approach I don't like, because it's house, it is construction. When you go to market to buy some vegetable, you say, oh, quality vegetable, no quality vegetable. When you buy very small, say small car of 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs, oh, is this like this? You just see quality of seeds, quality of this and the color. You don't see quality of engine, you don't see how shall it perform in future. It's total cost on this cycle. That's why I'm saying people are misled actually by business people, by industrialists. These people should not be misled, they are misled. And particularly in our country, Bharat, India, you can say promoters of buildings or builders, you can say whatever you can call them, they always are interested in making money and not giving good quality structures to people. I'm telling in the flat way. It's completely flat, a blanket way I can say. No quality exists in structural works in this country. Sorry. It may be anywhere, everywhere, all over this country. And if you go to other countries also, you'll find same thing. Particularly RCC. Reinforced cement concrete we call it. It may be having cast in situ work or pre-stress work, whatever it is. Reinforced cement concrete. If you go to see any work, whatever work all over this country, on it may be private controlled work or it may be government controlled work or whatever work. Steel and concrete two are main elements which produce structures in RCC concrete construction. Steel is, you can say, like bones of your body, anatomy of body. Anatomy, you know what's that? Structure of your bones, and that is, you may say, this is reinforced concrete structure, in which steel is most important part. Saria, we call it in our language, Saria in north of this country, while people may call something else Saria, or you can say steel or reinforcing bars are actually based on carbon contents, like steel, carbon steel we call it. Most important part is this steel should have adequate strength, which is prescribed, because we depend on steel reinforcement when we construct a building, and people do not give weight or weightage to contents of steel. Neither promoter nor builder, they consider that it is a significant item. They only say, I have put so many tons or so many kilograms per square feet, and that's why building is good. I don't agree with that. There is no engineering criteria that so many kilograms should be there in 1 square feet or 1 square meter. There is no engineering criteria as such. It is well designed. Design mentions there are forces in every building. Slab, you can say lintel, we call it north, but slab, suspended slab, cantilever slab, fixed slab, beams, columns. It's complete structure. Generally it's called framing, F-R-A-M-E. It's not simple one column you can design, or it's not one beam you can design, or it's not one slab you can design. These designs are only for learning purposes in colleges, universities. When you come to field, it's complete unit of body, unit of building that is designed. It's not simple frame as well. All three direction designs are there. Designer has to make sure that building would be stable, while whatever force that expected on this, imposed on this, is done. It may be wind force, wind means hawa. It may be seismic action or earthquake. It may be direct load. It may be sway load or horizontal motion load. Or it may be bending load, bending. Or it may be shear load or deflection or whatever. People are not aware about this. Just like people are not aware of so many other issues. All these are forces in buildings. Why I say direct load, which is very easy, which doesn't cause any harm, but that is not practical. That's not practical for learning purposes. Every building, every structure has got moments or bending moments, to which is bend, column moves like this, beam goes like this. You can't see that, but it happens. In millimeters it happens. During earthquake, building vibes like this, sway like this. In wind, it does like this. We have to consider this. Engineers know it, but people should know it. That's most important. If you don't do this, then you cannot know what building it is. And moreover, quality procedures, quality material, quality personnel, quality organization, and on top of that, all quality thinking, which has been missing everywhere nowadays all over the world. Quality thinking. Reason being, thinking is not important because profit is important. Management people have destroyed thinking capacity. Computer people have destroyed thinking capacity. I'm blaming both. There was a time when management was MBA, as if MBA was miracle and it could bring moon down. Same thing is happening in computers now. Computer has become such a magic that it can do everything, because they want to make money. I'm not interested in that. You make money. You make money by deceiving people. Make money. Artificial intelligence. Why do I need artificial intelligence? I have got my own intelligence. That is natural intelligence. Why should I compare these two? Because they want my brain not to work. All computer heads, all computer business people, they think, why should people work? We should devise certain systems which automatically work and people should sleep on them. That is not requirement. No. Always, even if it is artificial intelligence, it should assist me, not desist me from job. If it removes people from job, what's the purpose of that? Means then you can remove everything. You only want to exist by earning money. It is not criticism, it's a fact of life. What's happening now? Computer is a tool. We know it. Tool should not replace, whatever subject is there. If there is a building should not be replaced for enjoyment. Building is building, structure is going to stay for hundreds of years, for 50 years. I cannot do whatever I wish. It should be done according to requirements, according to quality functions. And quality does not mean ISO 9000 here. Quality means everything. That is only a part of quality ISO 9000. I am talking about total, including human resources. Human resource is the most important one in this world. If that resource is not quality oriented, there is no meaning of saying, oh, we are working qualitatively. No, we are not working. That is only reason I am very upset. I have got more than 40 years career in my life, including many countries. And now I am 70. But I have not seen, except while working in some years, you can say in Gulf countries or Middle East countries, I don't find any quality survival even. Forget quality standard, quality survival even in many countries. Have you ever thought why bridges are falling? Why structures are failing? Why roads are down? What is the reason? Why they should be down when they were the rent? You may say, oh, they are making profit. I would not say that. I would not accept that. Profit cannot replace quality. Profit is something else. That may be cheating, that may be wrong estimate, that can be whatever. What I'm constrained to system, quality work. I'm not talking about money here. You can add more price to something. It happens. Real cost is different. Always you try yourself, make your building a new real cost. I'm not talking of profit, I'm not talking of this, I'm talking of quality. Just in excuse of, oh, he wants to make more profit, that's why quality is bad. I don't agree with this. Required steel, required block work, required concrete quantity, required shutting, necessary requirement, everything shall be required even to construct a bad building, bad structure. That's problem. People don't understand. I have seen them talk to many people. Oh, I'm not concerned about this. I've given this to builder or promoter, and promoter shall, I've given my plot. Promoter shall construct this and give me 2 and keep 2. That is business. That is not your good work. Promoter can never give, you can say, builder can never give quality product. You tell me one product where builder has done it well. All over what I'm talking. They are interested in money making and they would say that. Quality means right procedures. Right procedures are never given in books. These are learned. People have to write them what should be done. And particularly in RCC work, that is called reinforced cement concrete or reinforced concrete. Major or prime elements in composition are reinforcing steel and concrete. We have to be serious about that. First of all, you shall not find very trained people or artisans. Or you say it's a labor. I don't consider them labor first of all. I don't consider. Buildings are not produced in factories, but machines are produced in factories. Electrical items can be produced in factories. There can be some control by educated people. But as far as structural work is concerned, and that is to structural concrete, I'm talking structural steel, but that can be done in factory. Structural concrete is only done on field in sites, in field, on sites. You can say both ways. It is done in sun, it is done in dust, it is done on open areas, and that's why, oh, these are labors. Everybody is labor in this world. We are all laborers. Well, your king is a labor. Everybody is a labor. Why do you say that? Why don't you call them skilled people? Why don't you call them artists? Why don't you call them occupational, professional? We have to respect them. Oh, he's a labor mason. Means they are your servants, you think so? Okay, you do yourself. You got plenty of money, you can pay, and that's why so much labor. Can you do a work of mason if you are not mason? Can you do a work of engineer if you are not engineer? Engineer is also a labor. What's wrong with that? Everybody does labor. You may consider officer, you may consider whatever it is, but ultimately it's work. And whoever work is called worker, work or labor, no different. I am a worker. Social worker, you call it, what does it mean? You are doing social work, so same here, everybody is working. However, what I say, first requirement is, first demand should be quality, occupational, quality person who involves in that work. That can be engineer, foreman, workers, or whosoever is there. Designer, I consider designer also there. If there is no good design, you cannot expect good structure. And if design is good, but implementation is bad, how can a structure be good? When we do not know quality, means drawing is only for showing. Oh, this is my drawing, I have done good detailing, this is very big drawing, computerized one, so it shall give good result. You cannot assume that. Who is on quality? Designer works in office, in air-conditioned room, on computer. He doesn't want to go out. I am here, in AC room, I am working, I am thinking a lot. Okay, you are thinking a lot, it's appreciable. I appreciate that. You are thinking a lot. But what you are thinking? To produce a drawing, to do good design. Are you coordinating? Number one. I don't find. Drawings clearly tell you do not coordinate, because architect is one, engineer is other one, and services people are there. Have you ever seen the drawings are coordinated? I have not seen that. Unfortunately, I was talking one day to a plumber foreman here in my house. Means very experienced plumber. I usually call that plumber for my repairs, maintenance. We were just chatting one day, I think a couple of months back. He was just discussing something about other buildings, where he was working. I asked him where I am working, what's your work. He told me I had some dispute with someone, with some engineer or someone, some pipes are forgotten, so you take out the core. Well, I could not understand, first of all, what did it mean? What is core? He told me again another issue, another incident. He told me, we don't care at time of construction. If pipe has to come here, we should not be serious about that. Or some other services insert have to come. They're not serious about that. I could not really understand. I asked him, what are you talking about, core drilling and that? He told me, we forgot some pipe in slab or in beam, and they just want to do coring for that purpose. Oh my God. I was upset. I was moved, swayed. What nonsense is talking? Means in RCC you are going to core for purpose of inserts. आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? अब मैं हिंदी में थोड़ा बोल दूं. कंक्रीट होने के बाद, स्ट्रक्चर बनने के बाद, अगर आप पाइप भूल गए या पाइप लगाया नहीं आपने, आप लगाते ही नहीं है, कहते हैं बाद में लगा देंगे. आप उसके लिए ड्रिल कर रहे हैं, कंक्रीट की स्लैब काट रहे हैं आप बीम काट रहे हैं, आप कॉलम काट रहे हैं. क्या है ये सब? मजाक है क्या? खेल समझा बच्चों का? ही टोल्ड मी, उसने मुझे बताया, मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट में 36 कोर किए. आई गॉट मैड. I asked him, tell me that engineer, I'll kick him first of all. I'll kick that engineer. I'll do like this. From where that person got education? Where is his degree? Is he an engineer? Who engineer can recommend like this and can accept like this? It's strange it was for me, first time in my life. You are going to drill core for purpose of pipe inserts. It may be water pipe, it may be sanitary pipe, it may be whatever. Are you fools? Who taught you? Who is that engineer? He did not tell me. Ask him to call me. I'll teach him a lesson first of all. I did not get any call till today. Now, what's your purpose? What you are doing? This is quality here. What do you say? In one building, he drilled 36 concrete cores in beams and in slabs for purpose of sanitary inserts. Are you going to accept that? That engineer can be kicked out immediately and degree should be snatched out. You don't know anything. You're an engineer. Who from which university passed this? Your professor didn't tell you anything. What sort of professor that is? My God, my blood burned like anything. That's what I'm telling you. It is very serious issue. If you don't understand all this, you should not be fools. After all, it is public safety. Who are you to drill? Has your concrete failed? Has your slab failed in cube test? What's purpose? Just for this small nonsense. He says they don't care, they don't conduct any meeting, and nobody says, why you're placing this in concrete? You drill later on. I don't know one engineer can say like this. If one says like this, I would say that engineer should go to lunatic asylum first. जाओ पागल खाने जाओ, अपने दिमाग का इलाज कराओ. तुम इंजीनियर हो ही नहीं, तुम आर्किटेक्ट हो ही नहीं, तुम कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हो ही नहीं, तुम बिल्डर हो ही नहीं, तुम सब नाली के कीड़े हो, कुछ नहीं हो, कुछ नहीं हो तुम. तुम्हें सिर्फ पैसे कमाने और कुछ नहीं करना. तुम्हें ये नहीं देखना कि मकान को कल क्या होगा. तुम बेचारा ऑनर क्या जाने, वो टेक्निकल तो नहीं है, वो क्या करेगा. ठीक है साहब, ऐसा होता होगा, ये कर रहे हैं. कमाल है भाई. आप कहेंगे झूठी बात कर रहा है. मैं फोन नंबर दे दूंगा, आपसे बात कर लेना प्लम्बर से. कैसी कैसी बातें हो रही हैं. भारत देश कहां जा रहा है. इंजीनियर क्या मर गए सारे. वह इंजीनियरिंग में सब साफ हो गया. सिविल इंजीनियर की जगह मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर काम कर रहे हैं, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर. ऐसा भी हो सकता है, हो सकता है. आई सॉ इन L&T वर्क here in Faridabad. L&T, this sewer storm water drainage, RCC construction. One contractor came to me when they were putting my cable on my balcony for purpose of switch gear. I asked him. He asked me, "Are you civil engineer?" Yes, I told him I'm civil engineer. कहाँ काम करते हैं? मैंने बोला मुझे काम दिलवा दीजिए. मैंने कहा तुम तो इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर हो भाई, इलेक्ट्रिकल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हो. नहीं जी, मैं तो मैनुअल बनाए सारे यहाँ पर. सिविल की ABCD नहीं मालूम हो, मैनुअल बनाए उसने. आप बताइए, आप ऐसे काम को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे क्या? देश में अब यही रह गया है. अरे आप सिविल इंजीनियर नहीं, आप सिविल काम कर रहे हैं. ये क्या मतलब है? मतलब सिविल के काम की कोई वैल्यू नहीं, कोई भी कर लेगा आगे. इज सिविल वर्क लाइक दैट? एनी ABC कैन कम एंड डू? मीन्स देयर इज नो वैल्यू ऑफ सिविल वर्क. इज सिविल दैट इजी? मीन्स आप ड्रिल भी कर देंगे स्लैब में, आप इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर मैनुअल बना देगा, बिल्डिंग बना देगा, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ले लेगा बिल्डिंग का. ये सब क्या है? देश में कोई सरकार नाम की चीज़ है कि नहीं है? कोई रूल्स रेगुलेशन है कि नहीं है? अरे भाई कमाल है. यही रीज़न है, मैं तंग आ गया हूँ. सिविल में कोई जाना नहीं चाहता इसलिए कि वहाँ कुछ वैल्यू नहीं है, वो सोचते हैं शायद. तो इलेक्ट्रिकल वाला काम करेगा या इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स वाला काम करेगा या कंप्यूटर वाला काम करेगा मकान बनाने का? कौन करेगा? हु शैल कंस्ट्रक्ट हाउसेस, हु शैल सुपरवाइज, हु शैल डिज़ाइन? IT वाले करेंगे, MBA वाले करेंगे? कौन करेंगे? या मिनिस्टर करेंगे गवर्नमेंट के? कौन करेगा? ये क्या बात करने की जगह नहीं है? हंसने या शोर मचा रहे हैं, ये भारत बड़ा आगे है, हमारी इकोनॉमी इतनी हो गई. तुम्हारे पास आदमी तो है नहीं काम करने वाले यार. इकोनॉमी कहाँ से आ गया? कोई सेमिनार करने से काम नहीं होते. करते रहिए आप सेमिनार, फील्ड में आने से काम होते. पीपल शुड नो व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन. लोगों को पता ही नहीं क्या. ठीक है जी, कर दिया, कॉलम कास्ट कर दिया, किसी ने चेक नहीं किया, बिल्डिंग की छत डल गई, कोई चेक करने वाला नहीं है, कोई मीटिंग नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. नथिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन एंड दे आर सेइंग वी हैव कंस्ट्रक्टेड. आई एम अ प्रोमोटर, आई एम अ बिल्डर, आई हैव डन दिस मच एंड दैट मच. You are all living in fool's paradise. Our country has become a fool's paradise. Whoever may be leader, I don't care. It is work. It is for 100 years minimum. And you are going to destroy it by this? I am very serious here. And that is reason I want to show people what is work. Work doesn't come from having many degrees, a PhD, ME. I don't care for that. What do you know that is important? That is most important. It's not that you have knowledge and keep yourself, oh, I'm a doctor in engineering. No, I don't care for that. It should be in people. People should know what's going to happen. But it's not happening. People don't. Yes, the score is really, it broke my mind. However, it is only reason that I started redesigning my work, which I did long before. I contemplated this city, or you can say town, in 90s. At that time it was on graph paper or drawing. Even I have many drawings I can show you if you wish, just a minute please. Because now is question of working, so I will tell you that. You can say, so many, this is full of drawings here, you can see. So many drawings are here in this. You may see this, so many drawings are here everywhere. And also here, complete, many drawings are here. These are all on papers, they are all on papers. And I'm just, it's long back happening. I had written book also long before about site work. And this is now here, you can see this. This is here. This was based on site work, it's not just theory. So now I just dug out that record. In 2025, I had with me this paperwork since 1992. I had worked a lot manually on these paper drawings for a couple of years in those days, and which I was converted to a township. At that time there were no computers, nothing. I just used pencil or ballpoint pen and scale and drew on drawings, sheets and graph papers. I'm just trying to recall. But that time, due to whatever reason, I could not realize that people won't come forward. I tried with many promoters like DLF, Pushpa Builders and many more. But they were not interested in such a vast project. At that time it was quite big. So I shelved that one at that time because people, I could not arrange any promoter. And then I again went in 95 to Gulf countries for my job. However, I came back in 2008 to think about something, and then I started doing computerization on these drawings, but I could not complete. However, it doesn't matter just the background. I'm telling you, but fact remains that now I am at some position where I can say we can do this project if some financer comes or some promoter comes. I'm not giving this advertisement, no. I'm just publishing it on Facebook, linking to LinkedIn and then elsewhere. Many such snaps are available on these websites, on Facebook. You can say on my own page, that is facebook.com/PE Suraj. You can find these. I have not given every information, but just projection. This can be done, and it's based on many letters. I have explained to you those one last time. Many letters. I will show you files. I'm just trying to just inform you why I'm here. So I can say this year starts 2026 starts, and letters also start this way. If some finance, it's invitation to all promoters in the world if they are interested. It's not that we confined to this country, and it's different project. People should be serious, promoters should be serious. If you are interested, fine. And if you are not interested, I'm not going to beg anything from anyone. I'm doing my job. If they are interested, people should benefit that. They can. Even promoter can benefit, because currently at current prices, this township may be around, structure only, I'm telling you, construction facilities only, more than 1.5 lakhs crore, and other decorations are separate, internal furnishings are separate. It's only for RCC structure, normal finishes, lifts, elevators, etc. Cost of which shall be also. So you have 1.5 minimum, 1.5 lakh crore it is for say 55 complexes, which shall have. I also introduced in that one water garden or two water gardens, and also prayer gardens, Water garden means it's like a picnic place. It's RCC, inclined slab, big one on when our country's map shall be, drawn for permanently, and water shall flow into that. People shall walk around within that one. And prayer garden means where there shall be all religions related buildings like Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, what we call it. Structural buildings will be there for like temple, mosque, church, and whatever else. Synagogue or Gurudwara, I don't know what you call it in English. So this is what my mind is, and my mind is also this. For this, we shall require time. It's not too long, it's not too short. There shall be around, you can say, these 1,000 buildings in 55 complexes, and that is something different. Extraordinary, you can say extraordinary different. I've not seen any such available city all over the world. This will be an example in India, Bharat, that we can do something on our own, based on our training, based on our experience, and based on our skill capacity. We have got lot of skill capacity in this country. Skill capacity means people who can work on, who can engage on such a structural engineering work. It's not that easy. It takes time. They should require all trades people, civil, electrical, mechanical, and you can say all others, because these are complete buildings. And we have to say safety, SHE, we call it safety, health and environment, and that is very serious issue. So that is the only reason I'm trying to disseminate this information to all world, that there's some proposition. If someone can come, someone can take risk, it's okay. We are at a stage where we can at least say we can start this. Only structural engineering is a question we shall do later on. But now founding, or you can say feed, is available. Feed means FEED feed, that is front end engineering design, which is available in its form. Here it is, you can say town planning, you may call it, but this is town execution type. It is totality. It is some, you can say, it is something different, and it's very hard one to do this, because there's no symmetry at all in any building, no symmetry at all. I'll show you certain drawings now, as I showed you yesterday also. So now I'll not talk much, because talking much means waste of time. Brief I have to give you, which I have given you. This brief is very, very significant. Now I'll show you some drawing here, so that we can discuss it and we can talk. What I'm doing is on that. Here is, you can say, drawing. That is here. Just a minute, please. Where is it gone? Yeah, it is here. Yeah, it is drawing here. It's coordinated external services, all buildings complex. All building complex. Now, it is one drawing which shows a kind of hospital building, actually hospital. This is complex of hospitals, high profile hospitals. I'm not comparing this hospital to anyone else. No, I'm not comparing this one. There are certain services which I've shown. You can see this building here. You know what I have done in this is very much interesting. If you feel so. In this, at least you may say, what all lines we cannot understand. Yes, you may say that you can't understand these lines, but these are factual lines, no jokeism. Now if you see closely here, you see like this. What do you think it is? Can you understand what is this? Let us say this is your line work here. This is line work here. What these lines indicate, if you have seen this anywhere in this world, if you do not remember, I will tell you. This is here swastika. You know, swastika. This misconception of the all over world. This is swastika here, and this is base of our country. Swastika means something that resembles good health, best health. This symbol, some people call it Satya and whatever can, I don't mind that one. Here these are two sides, here these are two sides, here these are two sides, or you may say these are three sides and these are two sides, like whatever you can say, doesn't matter. Name is swastik, and this was also worn by a top killer, Hitler. I should not name, but it's a fact that killer of people used this on his dress, on his uniform. And it is unfortunate that this symbol, this mark is hated by West, by Europe, by USA and all. Well, that is something political, or they may not understand this, but this is important one. For our country, it's not religious. I'm not telling it is religious at all. It is a kind of symbol, and I have used this symbol on this building. This is building, you can say here. You may say it is like this. There's one building here. I have written tower here, if you can say tower here, and there's another here in this also. Second building of same, and here is another one. So this is a club of three buildings. You can say three swastiks. These are three swastiks which contains proposition for hospitals, maybe 12 story, 13 story, it depends. But all these three buildings shall be symmetrically designed, placed on equilateral triangle, and you can say this is a triangle here, centers of which have been linked together. Why is that? These are placed on a triangle. These three buildings contain hospitals, and you may call this is a general hospital. Now, why I am showing this? Not because I want to show you swastik, but because here is a question of services, building services. Every hospital is a complex building. If you consider really it is hospital, it is based on efficiency or smartness of services which are required for function of hospital. It can be medical function, it can be some medical functions like services. Without services, without good and efficient services, hospital can never work successfully, and this happens all over the world. It's not that only in this country, it's everywhere. Hospitals are done that way. Means if these are not supported well for services, successful services, there can be no question that you can say, oh, this is going on well, this is good hospital. Now, another point is, this is, I'm telling you about three buildings. This is one part of that. The another part, cars or vehicles. There should be space for vehicles. People may say you park in basement. That is not viable. I have placed here, you can see carport, car park, you can say. This is, I will say carport, it's multi-level, and also another carport here, you can say here. So in this corner one and in that corner one, particularly these are meant for medicos, because generally doctors use car, and this car is stationed entirely, it may be day or night, when doctors remain on duty. Okay, these are two parts. Then what are supporting buildings? You can say there are more. Here is, these are main one. Then you can say there is this building, one, is another building here, one. These are residence building, accommodations on site or in hospital, you can say service building, you may call them. Here is another service building which is for controlling services. Now, there's so many lines you can see. After all, why I have put all these lines here? These are put because these are required for purpose of coordination of services. If services, whatever you provide in any complex or in whatever building, if these do not work successfully, there is no meaning of building. And in particular, while you talk of hospitals, medical hospitals, there are so many services which do not exist in normal buildings. For example, roads are there, of course, every building has roads, and compressed road, that's not issue. Here is FW ring, for example, I'm calling this fire water ring. Fire water is very important in complexes and in particular when is emergency based buildings which are hospitals. Then there's another services containing there's utility tunnels. You may call tunnel, you may call underground way, whatever it is, where majority of mechanical, electrical, other services equipments are accommodated, and you can say piping and all the wiring, cabling go on. That is what's called utility tunnels. This is RCC tunnel. RCC tunnel. And here roads are there, utility tunnels. For example, I have taken utility tunnel here, it goes here. Then it goes here also utility tunnel. You can see utility tunnel here. Then it goes here also utility tunnel here. So it's all like underground RCC box structure. And here it goes. You can say here also it goes. It's like that. And here's the ambulance. You can say here this road. It's ambulance here. Ambulance here, and ambulance means you require ambulance places, and there's also ambulance here. These are permanent places for ambulances, and these are transformers here. You can say this is substation. Here this substation and this police position. This is substation here, and one more substation that is here. You can say here. Likewise, you can see there are services areas and water tanks. These water tanks, or you may take other way also, maybe overhead or underground. It depends upon the request. Sometimes people don't keep overheads, they keep underground and full-time pumping. And that's here is another service building which is for purpose of controlling services. There's service building here. And also if you see here, means we cannot say facilities are same. No, these are not same, this is different. Now, in every complex services means sewerage, water supply, fire water, and electrical, and whatever else. These are required. Most important is fire water, then HVAC, then electrical, storm water drainage, sewerage. These are all necessities which such kind of special buildings, emergency building, hospitals require. And there are so many other minute services also which I am not going to show in here. It's not possible. Here I shown is, यहाँ जो मैंने दिखाया, मैं हिंदी बोलूँ तो इंग्लिश बोलूँ प्रॉब्लम होती है. Another is, rain water, which is also very important part. Rain water is also a part of sewerage system, but this is not sanitary sewer. This is storm water drainage. And here is, you can say, this another one which I have shown it like this, and this is, you can say it is, just a minute please, let me check my internet because sometimes it goes off here. And here is this time 43 minutes. Now this is here SWSC I have written. What does it mean? Storm water sump chamber. Storm water sump chamber. Sump means underground sump. Here is a catch basin. Now this is a sump chamber which contains 200 cubic meter water below ground level. It's not going to be fire water. It's not one tank there, one reservoir there. There shall be many in structures like this. And say, for example, here is SW1, SWC1. Firing is there, but other one I would say here, that is SC2. Then it is SC3, and likewise here. Many such, where it's possible, I have placed. What is purpose? What is purpose? That is a good question. What purpose it is? 21, 22, like this. You can say 23. In this area, 24 here I have put. So you have 24 here, and this is 10. So I say 24, maybe more. I don't remember exactly now. It did long back. So you can say 25 is here, yes, 25, 26, 26, 13 here, 26, let us say 26, it doesn't matter, numbers means it. Now what does it mean? Why I put it? I told you I want to collect rainwater and let it flow to this some chamber, or you can say reservoir. Maybe you are surprised. You know how much is 200 cubic meter? Maybe many people do not know this. Oh, 200 is very small, they will say. They will understand 200 liters. No, it's cubic meter. Cubic meter means if you say 200 cubic meter, multiply 200 by 1000, so you will get, you say 1000 means 3 zeros, 2 lakh. 2 lakh. It's like a water tank. And 200 cubic meter, I say 26 are there, let's say. So how many cubic meters there? You think so? 5,200, 26 are there. 5,200 cubic meter water can be accommodated during rain in this. And how it is? This is what we people have deficiency in our products. Why every complex is flooded during rain? That's a question mark. Because lack of thoughts, lack of understanding of construction engineering designs, and this is very small, very easy. I try to put catch basins on both ends, and I have given grades, ground grade, in a way that water should flow towards these chambers. Catch basin is there, and there is a section of that. I don't know, it's here somewhere. If I don't exactly remember, I placed some in the other drawing, think in this, not in this drawing, no problem. Other drawing I can't open now. And it's written service buildings, etc. and sewerage plus stormwater sumps and electrical draw boxes, loop, fire water hydrants, pressurized ring around, and these are. There can be lot discussion on this, because rainwater has to reach from various catchment areas locally to these well located chambers, and in well located chambers this water has to go further at your timing. If you wish that it should go into ground, pipes can be connected below these below these chambers for permanent disposal to reservoir below ground or within ground, beneath in various layers. Or if you say no, we want just to store this water, and the later stage when there is shortage of water, we can use this water for whatever other purpose. It may be irrigation of green area, and it can be used for ordinary use, potable water like that. It can be taken to tanks for further, maybe after filtration or after chlorination, it can be used. Or it can be delivered to whosoever wants to get this water through tank. This water can be transported to wherever is required. That is sole criteria behind that. This shall be RCC structure, water leak proof, and this shall keep water in this. Yes, there can be chances of this silting. You may say silting would be there. Yes, it can be there. But we have various provisions these days on this catch basin. As I said, this catch basin here. On this catch basin, there is a section of the house shown, in below which, this is a mesh, a kind of cover, manual cover type, catch basin cover type, in which we can provide a kind of mesh that can be, where we don't allow non-water impurities, or you can say dust, go into this chamber. It shall be filtered out and removed. That's what is depth of this catch basin, also around 1. So up from that level it can go down into this tank, and there is a piping also in this tank which can be used for purpose of pumping water to whatever tanker if it comes. So you can say it's a kind of source chamber which can help you rainwater preservation, and also many other purposes if you wish can. This is that one only. And here is now fire water ring. As I said, what is fire water ring? People may ask you. It's not fire water, it's fire extinguishing water. Firefighting water is firefighting water. It is very, very important part. And firefighting water is very important. 15 minutes, okay. Have a look on this. It's interesting if you think. Now, this fire water here, you can see this line. This goes like this. Here it goes here, and then it goes further. This is fire water, then it goes this way, fire water ring, and of course it goes this way then. And then it comes here, fire water ring. Is around this structure. Hence, I have taken in periphery here as well as here in middle. I think I can show you that one. In middle it is one line, and that is here. You see here, it's going fire water line. Likewise. Now, all these three buildings, towers, can say this fire water line encloses all these three buildings, because what is important here is where chances of people are there, chances of expensive items are there, and that is hospital buildings. This fire water shall remain pressurized all the time, and there is such capacity the water can reach into the top building from below, because it's very difficult to control from above. So that shall be pressurized all the time, and hydrants will be there indicating fire water line. This is one part. Then there's other. Roads are there, you must have seen roads are there, there's no problem here. And then, now most important part is, which every building should have, and that is important one. Let us say, have a look on this. Just a minute, please. Have a look on this. This is something written there, and you can have a look at it. Go to your eye first of all. Just half a minute, please. I think you're getting it, right? This is very easy, though it is difficult, of course, for doing. Now, what I have done, You know, where there is disposal point, or you can say where there is wet area, I have linked all that. For example, I have put manhole here. This manhole comes here at this point. Details would show everything how it comes here. This goes around, and you know, this is line 1 given. Labels are given for every manhole depending on distance and gradient, and it goes like this. You can say, first of all, this is very specific manhole here. This is BM is written here, MHBM, manhole basement. There is a basement here also in this case, so we have to pull out that one, pump out that one, extra to external location, and from there, we have to take discharge from basement, which should come to this manhole. That's why I written minus 4.4 here, level, and then it should go to other level here by pumping. There's no other way, and then it should go naturally to other you can say line, and this is sewerage line you can say, and there are such lines all over there. Line 1, line 2, likewise I written in this case all over, you can say. This is kept in view, and this line 1, line 2, line 4, for example here. Likewise many lines are there, sewer line, which should be taken out to periphery of buildings, from where this goes to main service line, main drainage line of city or area. But internally we have to check them everywhere, because externally no problem, that is straight line. Internally there should be so many turnings, so many issues. We have to avoid clashes between other services. Clashes always there in whatever buildings structure we do, in whatever way, residential, commercial or other way, there's a complexity. Services clashes on external services occur, and this point we have to keep in mind while doing this. It's not question of architect or engineer, it's a question of services, and it's very difficult to coordinate because everybody has got different idea, everybody is different, but coordination does not know anything. It says you have to give me information and we will do it, and that's why. Same way fire watering, as I explained to you, and then utility tunnel carries mechanical, electrical services, and there are lift services for lifts, and of course then these are rainwater singles. You can say these are catch basins here. You can say rainwater should go into that catch basins all over, and you may say also it's not simply, then we should think about electricity also. How? Because we have forgotten them? No, we have not forgotten them. This is already there, electricity, and it's very small point actually, that's why I'm not able to see. There's so many electrical drawbars here. For example, here is a drawbar, you can say. This is 46 number drawbox. Electric supply is required at all locations in whatever building we do, and if you don't do that, means nothing can work. If structure is required for building, services are run by electrical power, mechanical services, other services, facilities, electrical system must be there. So here is what is there, can say. This is drawbox 747, then it is another manhole, and then drawbox is also here. Because we have to see clashes should be avoided, that's an important part. So accordingly clashes should be avoided. So here is drawbox, you can say manhole. This is means every drawing should have separate presentation, but it's only for purpose of coordination. This is called drawbox is here. You can see this is drawbox, right? Likewise drawbox is here and drawbox is here. You may say you are just putting here where this chamber is, but this is going to pass on chamber, This chamber shall not be visible. It shall be below ground, say by 1 meter. Its structure would be only these catch basins and manhole covers would be visible, because manhole covers are required. It's not manhole, but covers are required for covering, for access and for keeping also. And earth shall be filled over up to ground level. So this is draw box. There's no problem because draw box is never too deep. It's hardly 1 meter down, and this is more than 1 meter roof of this chamber, and it will go like this. These draw boxes run all over, covering all areas. You see that. And here is this is your draw box, this is your draw box, and here is your draw box, here is your draw box. Likewise, there is the draw box. Pulling wire box, we call it draw box. Actually means we draw wire. We have draw wires using these boxes. The kind of such manholes these are. Not sewer manhole, this is electrical manholes, we can call them. You can see draw box keep running. You can see here also. You say, as I said, how many numbers, and these are here. Likewise here, and this goes there and there. And their lines, fire said, these are all sewerage lines. I'm just trying to show you what is. There are so many more there, but here it's very difficult to read them by everyone, because I have done it, so I'm telling you. But there will be so many such services inserted in at every floor, internally as well. This external one, I'm not talking about internal. There will be internal same service over there, in addition to medical gases. Medical gases services shall be there. Oxygen, this and that, means so many medical gases are required. This all shall be there. So you can now understand what is engineering on buildings. I'm not here. Input is required from all disciplines: civil, mechanical, electrical, architecture, and these services. So many disciplines are in demand on this, and only those people who can understand, they can do that. We have many other, as I discussed, I showed to you yesterday. I could not bring another drawing because of restrictions. I cannot open all drawings in the same video. But here is same thing, in this building. Every building shall have same except medical services. All buildings shall have same kind of input. Same kind of input. You can't say no or yes. No, this is another part of this which I am very interested in telling is, how can we understand what we are going to do? Now, for example, this is building A. On all these drawings, you shall find, these accommodations here. For example, suit I have written here, doesn't matter. These are columns here, RCC columns, and here some crosses are here. These are actually services ducts. People call here shelf or something else, but technically speaking, these ducts means these voids. There is no concrete here. No concrete here. This is a plan I am showing to you. There is no concrete here. But it has to, from bottom to top, it is go like that. So through this, sewer line comes here, if we say there are some pipes, they will come out. And that's what I say. It's written here. How shall this come out? Every building has different direction, different one. That's why these ducts are also at different locations. And this is really complicated. Sometimes I'm taking in this direction, sometimes in other direction. We have to be a little serious about this. It's not that one. Seriousness is required everywhere. And if we are not serious, we waste time, and which is not good for everyone. However, मैं सिर्फ यही कहूँगा अपने दोस्तों से, साथियों से, जनता से, देश की, दुनिया की, कोऑर्डिनेशन, शायद जिसको हिंदी में हम समन्वय कहते होंगे, मैं नहीं जानता, समन्वय, अगर आपको गुणवत्ता चाहिए काम में तो ये ध्यान देना होगा। और ये खाली बात ये नहीं है कि हमें बिल्डिंग्स में चाहिए, स्ट्रक्चर में चाहिए, ये सब जगह चाहिए। बिल्डिंग तो एक टेक्निकल वर्क है, बहुत बड़ा वर्क है, लेकिन ये छोटी दुनिया है, मिनिस्ट्रीज़ हैं, मिनिस्ट्रीज़ गवर्नमेंट हैं, जहाँ कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं होती, खाली कागज़, डेस्क वर्क ज़्यादा होता है, वहाँ पर भी इसकी ज़रूरत पड़ती है, वो दूसरी तरह की होती है। कोऑर्डिनेशन आप कहीं भी अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते, आप अवॉइड करेंगे तो चीज़ गलत होगी, मिस होगी। यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड एक्टिविटी ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन एवरीवेयर, एनीवेयर। Coordination is a requirement, even though name may not be given coordination, but coordination work goes on. There is no single book or other book which can tell you what is coordination. Coordination means you are doing right job after getting right information. Coordination gets you information, and if you don't get information at time when it's required, work cannot be accomplished. That's another part of that. If you want to do right work, you should know what work you have to do. And particularly for professionals in whatever field, they may not know anything. In that case, it is no use. If professional is taught everything. It's very important point to understand. If you don't do that, you make a mistake. Without coordination, without quality, you cannot get anything. Certification is not required, I'm telling you. I don't care if you have certification of ISO 9000 or some other. Certification doesn't prove that your work is guaranteed quality. I am very upset these days. All companies, all factories, all business people in the world do not know what's quality. In all fields, you can say all fields. You go to quality, you go to parliament, you go to states, you go to other countries. No quality, no procedure means might is right is going. Might is right. जो मैं हूँ बस। मेरी सुनो। साइलेंटली कोई बोलेगा नहीं, साइलेंटली नहीं सुनता, जो करना है कर लो। ये कोई तरीका नहीं है। मत भूलना, ये जमीन किसी के चाचा नाना की नहीं है। ये जमीन का ओनर मैं भी नहीं हूँ, और इस दुनिया का कोई सबसे बड़ा होगा ना, वो भी नहीं है। ये दुनिया किसकी है? ये वर्ल्ड किसका है? उसका, हमारा आपका नहीं है। हम तो यहाँ सेवा करने आए हैं। किसकी? इस वर्ल्ड की। चाहे हम इंडिया में रह के करें या यूएसए में रह के करें या कहीं और करें, अगर हम सेवा नहीं कर सकते जमीन की, मानवता की, अदर क्रिएचर्स की, किस बात के पॉलिटिशियन, किस बात के इंजीनियर, किस बात के डॉक्टर, अगर सभी पैसे के पीछे भाग रहे हैं भेड़ चाल, हमें तो पैसा कमाना है, हमें तो सोसाइटी में दिखाना है हमारा स्टेटस ही है। अगर एक यही एम है तो आपका आना नहीं आना इस दुनिया में क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? होंगे आप खरबपति, लेकिन आपने इस दुनिया को क्या दिया है? सवाल तो ये है। मैं इमोशनल नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि मैं हमेशा सॉल ओरिएंटेड बात करता हूँ। जो आज कहते हैं मैं इस दुनिया में नंबर 1 हूँ, मैं नंबर ये हूँ, मैं इस देश का राष्ट्रपति हूँ, मैं इस देश का वो हूँ। अरे ना तुम राष्ट्रपति हो, ना अपनी आत्मा के पति हो, तुम कुछ भी नहीं हो। तुम धोखा दे रहे हो अपने आप को। एक दिन चले जाओगे, कोई पूछेगा नहीं आपको, कोई पूछेगा नहीं। बड़े बड़े चले गए, बड़े बड़े आ गए, चले गए। अपनी आत्मा को साथ लेके जाना है, ये नहीं भूलना। ना आपका मकान साथ जाएगा, ना आपकी मर्सिडीज BMW साथ जाएगी, ना आपका बोइंग साथ जाएगा, ना आपकी पोस्ट साथ जाएगी तो आपकी बॉडी भी नहीं जाएगी, आपकी आत्मा, आपकी पावर साथ जाएगी। और वो अगर बेकार लेके जाओगे, शराब पीने के नशे में रहोगे, मीट खाने के नशे में रहोगे, अंधविश्वास के नशे में रहोगे, धर्म के नशे में रहोगे, आपके साथ कुछ नहीं जाएगा, खाली हाथ जाओगे और वहाँ आपको पनिशमेंट मिल जाएगी। अब ये बातें मैं फालतू की नहीं करना चाहता, लोग बुरा मानेंगे, लेकिन ट्रुथ इज ट्रुथ, नो वन कैन डिनाई दैट। नाउ आई थिंक आई शुड क्लोज, इट्स ऑलरेडी 1 hour ओवर। आई विल बी बैक नेक्स्ट टाइम। मैंने सोचा आज पहला दिन है, थोड़ी गप्पे शप्पे मार ली जाए। गप्पे ये मेरी है, ये ऐसा नहीं है। फिर भी मैं सीरियस हूँ, हंस के भी सीरियस हूँ और मुंह बना के भी सीरियस हो। तो कौन सा सीरियस आपको अच्छा लगता है? हंस के सीरियस होना अच्छा लगता है या मुंह बना के आई एम वेरी सीरियस? कौन सा लगता है बताइए आप मुझको। मैं तो प्रेफर करूँगा हंसता भी रहूँ और सीरियस भी रहूँ। क्या ख्याल है? व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट? लेकिन गलत काम नहीं करना, क्वालिटी देनी है, दूसरे इंसानों को मारना नहीं है, तंग नहीं करना है, धर्म की राइट इज़ माइट नहीं करनी है, माइट इज़ राइट नहीं करनी है। कोई धर्म नहीं है दुनिया में, धर्म एक ही है, सच्चाई, ट्रुथ, सॉल, वापस जाने की तैयारी। अगर आप यहाँ रहने की तैयारी कर रहे हो तो आप धर्म निभा ही नहीं रहे, वापस तो जाना है। यू हैव टू गो। नो, you cannot stay here for 1000 years. You have to go. See you next time in this year. Again, best wishes for 26. Number 26 means 518. Do you know that? Result of 26, first of all, it is 2 and 6 combination. Then it is 8 and its result is 518. 518. You have to see many issues solved and problems created. You have to see use of mind, and if you don't use of mind in this year, then you shall waste this year. Mind is very important because of 6. Material is in continuation, and ultimately 6 plus 2 is 8, which means system. You have to make up system. If you break system, you shall break everything. I cannot talk much on numbers in this talk because this is something different. This is something technical. This is something for people. And that's why I'll close at this time. I say bye bye, meet you again, and I stop streaming of this.